Hi guys, welcome to DriveSpark. I'm Promeet and today we are driving the all-new Kia Sonet. Now this is the IMT variant, so please stay tuned to this video as we tell you everything you need to know about this compact SUV. So now let's start talking about the front end of the car, and the very first thing you'll notice are these headlight units. Now the DRLs over here are called the heartbeat DRL. As you can see, it drops down here, then again it's just like a pulse, and this headlamp unit is a full LED cluster for the high and the low beam. Over here you have the fog lamps, but those are halogen bulbs. We wish that those were also LED. You get this blacked out grille with the red accents, fair bit of chrome on the grille around the fog lamp housing. This is the GT line, so you get the GT line badging over there, Kia badging in the center, and the lower half of the bumper is also finished in that black with the red lip over here that looks extremely fantastic. You have these lines and creases on the bonnet that make the car look very muscular from the front. So now let's talk about the side profile, and over here you also get some amount of chrome. Like you can see, you get chrome door handles that have keyless entry. It also has a keyhole if you want to use it manually. You get chrome, and you can see that this is finished in a dual tone color. So this beige gold actually looks really nice, and we saw this color at the Auto Expo. That was the concept versions. 5-spoke diamond cut alloy wheels look absolutely amazing. You have some red accents on it that give it that sportiness. Now the tire profile on this is 215/60R16, and these Apollo tires provide excellent amount of grip. You also get these ORVMs that's finished in piano black with the integrated indicator over here. You get the IMT badging, and you can see you get roof rails. You get a blacked out roof on top. You also get a sunroof over there, and yeah guys, I mean the car looks pretty amazing, and it looks really smart in this color. So now let's start talking about the last bit of the exterior, that's the rear of the car. And from the rear you can see that the car looks absolutely gorgeous, and that is because of these sleek looking tail lamp units with joints all the way and runs all the way through the boot. Now over here you get the Kia badging, the Sonet badging, that is the GT line. Again, you get a badge at the front and at the back, and this is powered by a turbo petrol engine, so you get the TGDI badging over there. Now it also gets a reverse parking camera along with sensors and guidelines. The guidelines are active guidelines, so you can park at tight spaces very easily. It gets a rear wiper, defoggers, a shark fin antenna, and a stop light that is LED over here. Now let's talk about the boot. So to open the boot, you can either open it from the key, or you have a button over here. So you just press it. Thanks to the struts, the boot opens up automatically. So yeah, here you have a 392 liter of boot space. That is pretty big. I mean, it can fit luggage for 4, but you do not get a 60/40 split. But that does not mean the seat will not fold down. The entire seat can fold down, and if you want more space for luggage, you can do it like that. Now to close the boot, you just have to do this. Boot lid feels slightly heavy, but yeah guys, overall the car from the rear also looks really fantastic. So now we are at the driving seat of the Sonet. First things first, let me give you a quick engine brief. So this is powered by a 1 liter turbocharged petrol engine. That's a 3-cylinder engine and pumps out 120 bhp of power and 172 Nm of torque. So this is the IMT variant, that is an intelligent manual transmission, basically for those people who are pretty lazy but at the same time want the feel of a manual transmission. So the suspension is kind of adjusted on the slightly to the stiffer side, so that gives it a balance of comfort as well as the sporty nature. You can get the best of both worlds in this kind of a setup, and it absorbs the potholes and the bumps very easily. Now there is one thing that I noticed about this gearbox is that once you are on the gas and you shift, so basically if you've not lifted your foot off the accelerator and you shift, at that time the gearbox feels slightly heavy because obviously the gearbox is under stress at that moment. But if you do it like a manual gearbox, is that every time you have to press the clutch, you have to lift the accelerator, you have to go off the throttle. Also, you got this chunky steering wheel, that's a flat bottom steering wheel. Now this is the GT line, so you get the GT line treatment, you get the GT line badge, you get black interiors. Now everything is finished in black, the seats are finished in black, and you get red stitching everywhere. So you get red stitching on the doors, on the seats, on the steering wheel. You also get steering mounted controls. Now the left hand side is to control the infotainment system, and yes, this is a 10.25 inch infotainment system that is the best and the biggest in the segment. It has a lot of features, and on the right hand side of the steering wheel you have the controls for the MID screen and the cruise control. The instrument cluster is digital, it's partly digital, partly analog. So the speedometer is digital, and there is an MID screen right next to it that gives you a lot of information. Like for example, you can get information like driver's information, you can get fuel economy. The tachometer, the fuel gauge and the temperature gauge are analog, but they are placed in such a manner that they do not look dated, they look absolutely fine, and it has got a white backlight. So the 10.2 inch infotainment system, you have the UVO Connect app. So through this app you have a lot of features. You have 57 different features. So basically it's like you can operate the car through your phone. Obviously you can't drive it, but you can operate a couple of features. Like for example, if it's a really hot day, then you can switch on the AC while you're coming towards the car, so the car can cool down. Basically you can control the car, you can track your car, you can switch on navigation wherever your car has gone. Now let me talk about the seats. So the seats are extremely comfortable on the Sonet, and the front two seats are basically they are perforated seats and they have seat cooling. So there are three settings. They do not have heated seats, they just have cooled seats. It's a good feature. The rear seats do not get that function. This has a 7-speaker Bose system. Yeah, the name is enough. It's a pretty good brand, and they have a 6-speaker setup inside the cabin and one subwoofer at the boot. You get the aluminum finished pedals for the brake and the accelerator. Obviously there is no clutch. It's got an automatic climate control, single zone, but you have the readouts for the climate control in digital. That is good. And yeah, you also get wireless charging, and you have traction control. You can switch off the traction control. You have parking, you have front parking sensors, you have back parking sensors. So yeah, it's a fully feature loaded car, guys. So guys, that was the all new Kia Sonet, and the IMT variant is just excellent to drive around the city and in the highway. Now, I hope I've explained the car well to you. If you need to know anything else, please mention it down in the comment section and we will get back to you on that. Until then, if you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, share and subscribe to all our social media channels. Till then, I'm Promit signing out. See you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and be safe.